whenever Rahul Dravid strode out to bat against any team. Naive cricket fans who prefer entertainment to actual cricket
Rahul Dravid
thought of him as boring, as he would never play flamboyant shots.
It's fair enough though.
He was very orthodox in his approach, with a rock-solid defensive batting technique. Yes, in today's cricket, he would be boring, but in the classical sense, he is a genius. And it's this genius that Mahendra Singh Dhoni is terribly missing.
A famous win for India here. They've beaten Australia in Australia after 22 years.
When the Indian wickets fell like 9 pins at the Eden and at the Wankhede,
Edge and taken comfortably by the captain.
maybe Dravid, who sits in the commentator's box, felt like padding up and going into the middle to once again save India.
Rahul Dravid.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni's team lacks players who, on their day, are capable of single-handedly taking the game away from the opposition.
Up goes the finger, one more.
Yes, we are saying this despite the presence of Sachin Tendulkar. Any argument on this statement would have made sense 2 years ago.
He's bowled him again, right through his defence. Very similar to the first innings, again looking to play across the line.
The retirement of Rahul Dravid and VVS Laxman has not helped India in any way, and it's evident now. Rahul Dravid and Laxman brought more to the table than mere batting skills. They brought character. Let us give you a few instances. Dravid is easily one of the most versatile and selfless cricketers around, having displayed his devotion to the team's cause time and again during his illustrious career.
Hit off the back foot.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Right, will this be two? He's taken the first run very quickly and come back for the second. And that will be 100 for Rahul Dravid. What a lovely moment, 100 loss. He didn't get it when he first came here in 1996. For all those talking about his sunset, he's just put his hand up and said, come another day. Brilliant, brilliant innings from a top man.
The most notable moment was when he chose to keep wickets during the 2003 World Cup in order to let the team play an extra batsman.
Oh, he's edged it. The Indian players are celebrating. Ashish Nehra has got the break.
Sacrifice or compromise, Dravid's willingness to adapt paid great dividends as India reached the final in a historic campaign.
Nehra is on a roll at the moment.
While Laxman's cricketing career has many examples of a selfless character, let us remind you of one which can be a lesson for the younger generation. VVS Laxman gave up his icon status in his Deccan Chargers so that his team could invest more money in buying good cricketers. See what his then teammates spoke of him. Remember when you decided to divest the icon status of Deccan Chargers in the inaugural season of the Indian Premier League? I knew you never had any fascination for money. What you were eager for was to make sure Hyderabad had a strong team. You always strive to make an honest attempt to make your team perform. Personally, I have always been surprised about how you never said anything bad about anyone, your critics, even people who have harmed you. Rahul Dravid was always the best batsman.
Goes through the covers.
Never the groom.
That's why it'll be interesting to see Dravid's tactics. That's well played.
Always a supporting star to his talented teammates.
And there's the double 100 for VVS Laxman.
The fact that he truly brought out the best in his teammates can be best witnessed from the fact that two of his biggest ODI scores have come in high-scoring matches where his teammates have been lauded more than him.
317 of 274 balls. Rahul Dravid, who was the first to 100, went on to 145.
He scored centuries each time, and India scored in excess of 370 on both occasions.
Marvellous innings from Rahul Dravid. It's his fifth one-day international 100, second against Sri Lanka, and his second in this World Cup.
But Dravid was doing what he does best, holding his wicket and making sure the man in form does what he does best. Both were the only 300-plus partnerships in ODI cricket that still stand today.
150 for Ganguly, his fifth homer.
331 with Sachin Tendulkar as India amassed 376 versus New Zealand.
It's Rahul Dravid's turn to raise the bat. One of the better shots he's played today to get 100. And what a welcome to the bowling crease. 150 for Rahul Dravid.
373 with Saurav Ganguly as India scored 375 versus Sri Lanka in the 1999 World Cup.
Big hit, massive and maximum score. That's a big hit, straight as a die.
That's high in the air. That is a wonderful stroke.
We need more selfless players like him who would care only about keeping their wicket intact, while the batsmen opposite them ran amok. Not taking anything away from the greatness of Tendulkar or Ganguly,
This is his highest score in one-day internationals.
but it may be fair to say that had Dravid not been with them during each of those innings, scorecards today may have read differently. India may not have been at the top of those lists.
He'll deserve the standing ovation he gets.
If you keenly look at the past decade, you would realize the murderous knocks of Sachin and Sehwag at the top came because it was aided by the bank-like assurance and solidity Dravid and Laxman gave to the side. Sure, the present side is too young to be judged, but again, at the age of 25 and 26, Laxman and Dravid had established themselves as match winners. Though there can never be another Dravid or Laxman, one should only hope that someone gets close to them, or maybe outdo them in the service of the country.
Effort by India's Rahul Dravid. Standing ovation and congratulations as well from the England players.
Sports Bureau, News 9.